Hello, fellow Gwent players. Welcome to the Oddball Tournament, where we take the rules of Gwent and throw them away, just so that we can create our own rules. So without any further ado, let's do this. Hello, fellow Gwent players, and welcome to the Oddball Tournament Season 2. This one is bigger and better, because instead of 4 contestants, we have 8 contestants, all of which are Gwent content creators ready to battle it out with memes. We have Baby Joseph and Bebo Boop coming back from Season 1, but then we have Lord Bushwook, Ace of Place, Zate95, Cecily Lionheart, and your boy, Mr. Hobla1, battling it out. The theme of the tournament will be in support of the Movember Foundation. If you want to check out what Movember is all about, check the link in the description. And if you don't want to donate, make sure to always check yourself for prostate or testicular cancer. Now, what are the rules for this Movember tournament? As some of you might know, Movember is all about beards, mustaches, or facial hair. And we added these requirements into the tournament. So we judge it on the card art, but this is where things get complicated. With monsters, for example, you can use beasts who have hair. So say, for example, things like Roach, Knickers, Manticore would be viable cards. And another thing is, if there's more than one person on the card art, at least 50% of the people involved in the card art need to have some sort of facial hair. The lightest example I can give you for this is Slander, because one of the guys has a very slight mustache and the other one doesn't have any facial hair, but the card would still count. As I said earlier, animals do count if they have hair, so cards like Prince Anse's also would count for that. And we've had a lot of discussion on the Discord discussing which cards count as facial hair, which cards do not count as facial hair, and we've come to a consensus to all of them. So yeah, I think everyone will be running viable decks for this tournament, hopefully. Now for the games, there will be quarterfinals, semifinals, a final for third place, and the ultimate final. The draws will once again be held by Flake, so here is Flake for your entertainment.
What's up, you clowns? It's Flake. It's nice to see you. Thanks so much again for tuning into another cool tournament that is going on. And I am, again, have been drafted to essentially utilize my many talents of pulling names out of a hat randomly. This is essentially what I do for a living now. Lord help me. Season 2, please hurry the hell up. Okay, so here we go. So in this super secure box made of incredibly highly secured cardboard, I have the 8 names of the participants, which I will be randomly, pulling out of here one at a time, and then you guys can sort of decide if it matters or not. This tournament, again, I don't know what the special rules are. I heard something about cards having beards. I don't know. I have no clue. I have wanted a beard for many years. I work with a beard. I work with a Mick beard. I can't really do anything. Anyways, here we go. So we're just going to pick these out one at a time. I cannot see what's happening, so randomly now. So the first person is Ace of Plays. Ace of Plays is the first one, facing off against, let's see, randomly now. What do we got here? Baby Jonas. Baby Joseph is going to be next. So that is Ace of Plays against Baby Joseph. That is the first pairing. Next pairing up is Mr. Blah, 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 blah. Lots of blahs in there. We'll be playing against none other than... Let's pull out another name here. We got Zaid. Good old Zaid. Got some Zaid in your life, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Next up, we've got none other than Lord Bushwook. Lord Bushwook is next up, playing against the always amazing and favorable Lionheart. Lionheart is next. That is the next person, which leaves all the mystery in the world as to who the next people are. And it will be Cecily As we can see over there, I don't know how many C's and E's. Apparently there was a 2-for-1 special on C's and E's. Playing against, well, I don't have the last name, but I guess you guys can surmise who the hell that is. But apparently the last name did not show up in there. Oh well, I'm not doing this again, so suck it. That's the last thing that I'm going to do. There you go. There are your pairings. Thanks again so much for watching this tournament and including me in it. Adios, goodbye.
All right, and here is a very bad graphic of the tournament bracket. I will be playing against Zaid and move on to either Ace of Place or Baby Joses. Now, me personally, I hope to play against Baby Joses if I win against Zaid, of course, to get my revenge for what he did last time. But first, we have to go through Zaid 95 to do that. Just like last time, you will have 4 decks, and one of which you can ban. And I mean, in this case, it's probably going to be Scoia'tael pretty much every single time, because Scoia'tael has dwarfs, and those are pretty much the best bearded synergy. But now I will show you guys my deck. I'll tell you what I did and how I want to approach this tournament. The first deck is a Skellige deck with Artis. And Olgierd, Morkvark Heart of Terror does count because he has the little stubble on his chin. Then we have Sucrus, Covenant of Steel, obviously counts because one of the dudes does have a beard or facial hair. With the other woman, the rest of the background, you can see this guy also has a beard, so that's already more than 50%, which does count and make it viable. Here we have Spear Maiden, who tackles a wolf, because wolves are hairy beasts, so it does count as 50% of the card art. And now that I've explained the requirements, you can now look at the deck, see how it goes, see what it does, because I think this deck is actually kind of alright for this format, because Nilfgaard is not going to be prevalent very much because the whole tactic package is full of people without any beards. And that's why I think Engine Overload could very much be a thing. And this is the Northern Realms deck. I've put Vigo's Muscle into pretty much every deck except for Scoia'tael, because Scoia'tael doesn't really need this card, whereas all the other factions kind of really do need it. As I said before, Prince Anse's with the horse, which does have hair on itself, which does count as 50% of the card art. Now Priscilla as well, you clearly see that she doesn't have a beard, but you also clearly see that the 2 guys in the background do have a beard, which is 66% of the card art, so it does count. The rest should be pretty self-explanatory with the beard situation, because everyone else has a pretty clear beard on their face. As I said, I'm gonna go Engine Overload on this. Gonna try Priscilla with Hubert Reich or Priscilla with Visigoda. And yeah, just try and see where that gets me. The next deck is a Blood Money Syndicate deck. With this one, I've already explained that Slander does count because this guy does have a mustache, so that is 50% of the card. Caleb Menge, it's very slight, but he does have facial hair in the games, so we did count Caleb Menge as well. So yeah, that's something that we've all agreed upon. And the last deck is Scoia'tael Dwarfs. As you'd expect, we've got a bunch of dudes with a bunch of beards. There's really nothing we have to discuss here. All of these guys have pretty obvious facial hair. There's nothing really to be discussed here as to whether these are actually viable for this tournament. And yeah, those were my decks. That was the announcement and introduction of this new Oddball tournament season. I hope you're gonna enjoy it, because we're gonna try our best, because everyone is gonna try their best and come out on top. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more Gwent content, and I'll see you soon.